So, new season. I drafted some O linemen. I drafted a first round. I took a free safety, 80 overall. So yeah, man, we're gonna get this, bro. We're gonna get this. I'm going against Beats. He's a computer. Fortunately, like I said, there's 3 teams left that are computer. And yeah, man. So we're here. Going against Beats, who. The thing that's cool about franchise, you can change like the team name. So the person that had this team first, he left the league last season, I don't know why. But this is supposed to be the Bears, and he renamed them to Brooklyn Beats. So I'm getting them. It's computer. Like I said, man, last time I versus computer in this damn league, bro, it's on All Madden. I always play on All Madden, but bro, like my O-line was so garbage. I kept getting sacked, so hopefully I don't lose this game. It's been a while. The Super Bowl was played. Giants won. Giants won the Super Bowl again, back-to-back Super Bowls.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Brooklyn Beats and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Beats and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Let's get it, man. Let's go, man. Let's get this dub, bro. Let's start off 1-0, man. Season of comebacks. Last year I finished what?
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Seattle.
7-9? Yeah, I finished 7-9.
This one fielded at the 5.
7-9 last year. Oh,
and he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's get it, man. What the frick is this? Never show again, please. We got time for this. Let's go, man. Alright. Let's go, man. D up now. What are you doing, Ford? That's the Ford. That's the new rookie I drafted. He started over Cam Chancellor because Cam Chancellor is really old. Samaje Perine. Freaking fullback that I was trying to pick up.
On first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
He was on free agency, man. He's 78 overall.
Give him a
fullback,
couple
and I don't have a
fullback.
fullback.
2nd and 8.
And when I went to pick him up,
that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
I was going to get him.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It'd be nice. Everybody be sleeping. Get that, Bobby.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they?
Let's go, DBU.
In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Chances in now.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He goes full extension, and he's got it. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Steps away.
Look at that.
But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang up.
And the ball
Let's go!
And the Seahawks have recovered.
Good, Bobby. Good stuff, Cam. Cam Chancellor with that knockout, boy.
We have seen this before.
All right, Russ.
Coaches preach
Get it, Russ.
and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try to get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. He was a third-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the third. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
My freaking draft.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Steps away to his
left.
Russ.
Go, Russ. Go, Russ. Go, Russ. Touchdown! Go ahead, Russ. Let's get it, baby. Go ahead, boy.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points.
Focus back up now. Next week I'm going against the Colts. My brother's the Colts, so that should be a good matchup. And then week 3 I got the Packers, which I can't wait for because y'all saw I got
Bailey now to kick this one away.
Anything on offense against him. His offense ridiculous. He was motioning people.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Secondary.
And now back out comes the offense.
Let's go now. Let's go, D.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Right off the bat, Diablo's versus Giants.
Play action. Now Trubisky. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. This is Howard on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Trubisky. And free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sucks, you probably have like 2.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky.
Get there. Let's go now. Good stuff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Let's go, Bobby!
Contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Best player on defense right there, boy.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Yes, sir.
And now whistles
yes,
and
sir.
a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Yes, sir.
Encroachment, defense.
Yes, sir.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now Wilson on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Armstrong. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Here's Carson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Dude, did Penny get hurt?
Now it's Carson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Armstrong. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play...
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Trubisky with a give to Howard.
Oh, let's go.
Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
It makes no freaking sense,
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get this.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Give me that, Bobby! Give me that, Bobby! Bust a play, Bobby!
To the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
There's Wilson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They come out here in the eye. They'll give to Howard. This is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes.
What the hell?
The ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 23 yards on the play. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
Flush to his right, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I don't care, bro.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Arik Armstead able to drop him for a loss of 4. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack,
he's got it with the 15.
Go, boy. Let's go, boy.
Gain of 38.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still third down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together.
Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Freaking go!
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Baldwin. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
19.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry, and he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Wilson wants to throw it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Here's Wilson, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Had to hit my dude, Sean.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Bailey now to kick this one away.
Kicking out of bounds, trying to get this INT. What the hell, bro?
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to go out of bounds on
Damn,
the return.
what a kick,
he won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Shut up.
One last shot for Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.
Let's go, man. 1-0. Get the damn computer. Freaking all Madden.
And partner,
this team is freaking nice, bro. I can't believe I do those two. Those two INTs go whack.
Every year, week one,
I'm happy I got my
over the big American flag out there before the game. All the hoopla. Just
yeah, I get coached next week.
So special.
It is an opening day, opening game.
Oh man, until next time.
Nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the...
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the... I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I going back at the...